Good morning, my friends. Darren Greenfield here from Invert Strategies, a strategy practice where we help you establish the strategic clarity that drives your genius. I'm here today because I want to talk to you about a 6G connectivity to productivity. A 6G connectivity to productivity. What do I mean? That many people talk about being productive and they focus on being productive, but their approach to productivity is too wide, is too vast, is not disciplined enough. And productivity happens through discipline, through process, through procedure, and through planning. And so what I want to do is I want to offer you 6 steps that will connect you to the most productive day that you possibly can have. They all start with G. That's why we have a 6G connectivity to productivity, a 6G connection to productivity. Here we go. Step number 1, are you grounded? In the beginning of your day, this grounding either has to happen in the beginning of your day or the night before as you process for the next day coming up. Are you grounded mentally, physically, and spiritually? Whatever you do, whether it's meditation, whether it's prayer, whether it's reading, whether it's silence time, whether it's working out, whatever you do, have you taken the time to fill yourself with the stuff that you need to be filled with and empty yourself of what needs to be empty? Maybe you had a horrible day the day before. Maybe you woke up and you weren't feeling your best. Maybe you woke up in a funk. You need to ground yourself if you're going to be productive. Have a practice where you are getting yourself out of the fog, you are getting yourself prepared, and you are getting yourself in the shape to give the best energy and the best attempt at the day and the best, the best you to the day. You want to give the best you. So are you grounded? Have you done the work, the 30 minutes to an hour to ground yourself and prepare for the day? That's the first thing. The second G, where are you gaining? Where have you intentionally set aside time to gain information or walk through an experience that will increase your competence and level of expertise? Being productive is just as much about learning as it is about doing. It's just enough about it's just as much about realizing how much you don't know while executing and using how much you do know. So in your day, where are you gaining the information or gaining the experience that will increase your competence and level of expertise? How often are you reading? Do you have reading time set aside in your day? Do you have masterclass time set aside in your day? Are you listening to a podcast a day? What are you doing? What time have you carved out of your day? So the first 2 things that you want to set up is you want to have a grounding and you want to set aside some time for gaining. Then the next G, what are you going to do? The next G, going. What are you going to accomplish today? Do you know that the most high impact and most successful leaders only accomplish between 1 to 3 things a day? They set their schedule. This is what I have on my schedule. I know the list of things that I need to do, but I'm not going to let the large amount of stuff that I need to get done to flood my mind and crowd my day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 to 3 things off of the need to do list, and I am going to put them on the going to do list. This is what I am going today. If I'm going to have a 6G connection to productivity, I need to have things that I know that I'm committing myself. This is what I am going to do today. So you need to change your daily pursuits from this is what I need to get done to this is what I'm going to get done. Don't put 50 different things on your to-do list. It's going to overwhelm you. It's going to make you feel like you're not accomplishing, and it's going to spread you, and you're going to try to accomplish 50 things at a mediocre rate, or 50 things at a so-so rate, where you could have accomplished 1 to 3 things, the biggest things, the most important things, the what's important now things, at a high, efficient, productive, and just a, you can be efficient, you can be productive, and you can give outstanding quality work if you focus on those 1 to 3 things. Step number 4, Now, this is where we go into the reflection part of our day. Step number 1 through 3 were preparation, we're learning, and execution. Step number 4 through 6 are going to be about reflection. Productivity is realized in how you reflect. You go through the day doing all these things, but when you sit down and reflect on your day, you can say, oh yes, I really got that done. I really did this. I'm glad I got that off the list. You need to reflect for productivity. So this is one G that you need to reflect on. What did you get out of your day? You spent all this time working. You spent all this time doing things. You spent all this time on the computer, on the phones, out of your house, away from family. What did you get? What did you get out of the day? What value add did your day bring to you? What value add did your day bring to you? Where did you improve? What did you learn? Where did you grow? What thing that you do that you've been waiting to do and you were excited to get in? What did you get out of your day? Step number 5, the 5th G of the 6G connection of productivity. The 5th G, what did you give? What did you give today? What did you do to go out of your way to give? What compliment did you give to somebody? What team member that you lead did you pull to the side to encourage or intentionally constructively critique? What friend did you call to check in on? And the reason why we want to focus on giving as a part of the 6G connection of productivity is because your productivity cannot be disconnected from your humanity. When you check in and you key in and you make sure that humanity is a part of your lifestyle and your leadership style, it will teach you how to be the best kind of productive, because you'll be productive in the things that really matter. And people matter more than anything else. So what did you give? What contribution did you intentionally give away today? What part of the day did you say, I need to give away a part of myself to somebody? That's the 5th G. In the 6th G, remember, we're in reflection. Numbers 1 through 3 are about preparation, are about planning, are about execution. Numbers 4 through 6 in the 6G connection of productivity is about reflection. And the 6th one is this: gratefulness. What are you most grateful for that happened throughout the day? Now, this is the part where you're going to have to sit down and think, just like you prepared for the day. In the grounding part, you need to end the day off on gratefulness. What are you grateful for? And so what you need to do is you need to grab a journal for all of these steps and walk through this checklist of the day. But for gratefulness, you need to grab a journal at night and you need to write down 1 to 3 things. Why do we want 1 to 3 things for gratefulness? The reason why we only want to list 1 to 3 things is because we actually want them to be thoughtful and meaningful. We don't just want to hurry up and scribble 10 things, 15 things down on what you're grateful for. You want to have a deep level of gratefulness. And the deep level of gratefulness comes from writing down 1 to 3 things and actually diving in deep on why you're grateful for them, what they have done for you, what it meant to you, what it shows you about how people care about you or about what you do, whatever it is. You need to thoughtfully work through this idea of gratefulness, 1 to 3 things in a journal at night before you go to bed, or 1 to 3 things in a journal at night when you're ending the work day, before dinner or after dinner. 1 to 3 things at night. And say, these are the things that I'm grateful for. Well, those are the 6 G's. Those are the ways, the steps that the principles you need to have a 6G connection to productivity. You need to be productive, but remember, we don't rise to the level of our goals. We fall to the level of our systems. Productivity is a system. It's a process that you need to have planned out in your life. So the 6 G's: grounding, gaining, going, getting, giving, and gratefulness. Those will give you a 6G connection to productivity. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. If you need any strategy help, feel free to contact me. My information will be below the video. I'll see you next time. Have a very productive day.